I don't know if you'd be actually into it, but I think it's something we should probably think about just going to, just for shits and gigs. You ever been to Army Navy?
I've heard Urban Navy is very fun.
I've heard it's
It's in
wild. Where
MetLife
do they
this
play the
year.
game?
Yeah.
No shit.
I would go.
When?
It's like this summer. It's, I forgot when. Hold on, let me look it up right now.
It's gonna
I
be so
know. The
cold.
teams are going to be so hammered.
Yeah.
Oh, it's December 11th at 3.
December 11th.
It's a Saturday,
Check
I
the
believe.
dur. It is a
It's at
Saturday.
3 p.m.
My schedule is wide
It's a
What
open.
Saturday.
day is it? Oh, I have friends with that day. I can't.
It's perfectly fine. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to our pre-show.
Depends how
They're
expensive
probably
the tickets
dumb
are. I can ask a
expensive.
few friends if they want to go.
But just expect like long lines for everything because since it's Army Navy, usually the president shows up, and it's
Well, I mean-
all of the military. All the heads of the military are in attendance.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, we went to Grand Slam and Arthur Ashe with like the long.
No.
line, so
No.
I'm sure
This
No,
is-
because the president came or like, the
Yeah.
thing's gonna be blocked off. Like
Oh.
it's gonna be impossible. Like the trains are gonna be like it's gonna. You know what? Fuck it, I'm not going. That sounds like a nightmare. It sounds like an absolute nightmare. Anywhere the president goes, it's just a major inconvenience for literally everyone.
Yeah.
For good reason. I'm not gonna shit on the president for that. Like, it's just a major inconvenience for everyone else because they gotta keep that zombie safe.
It's like when you
Yeah.
go for the debates, like when Hasha did the debates. Secret Service was around
Oh,
for like months beforehand.
Yes, hello, fellow kids. Like, we would see them on campus, like, yo, heads up, guys, that's Secret Service over there. Like, they didn't. It was very
Yeah.
obvious.
But they were just like really just marking out like safe routes, and like when the debate happened, everything was blocked off within like a 5 mile radius of Hasha. You could not go.
Oh yeah, I couldn't. Like,
You could
I
not
couldn't
go
leave campus.
anywhere.
I didn't want to leave campus. You know how fun that day was? That day was amazing.
I just
Dave was there for all 3 debates.
he was.
Jesus, that's a lot.
Yeah, he was undergrad for all 3 debates.
I forgot which one it was, but I remember the Bring Back the Keebs. That went viral.
Oh, that was the last one. That was Trump Hillary.
That went viral because it made national TV.
Yeah, the bring back McKeebs went viral.
I think it made.
And that
I
was
think
that was
Barstool
the
commented
20
on
that was the
it.
2016 debate. They might have, dude. Barstool's been like, you know, how Portnoy does all like
Yeah.
the pizza reviews. He's doing a bunch from around Hoboken lately. I've been seeing him on Instagram. Honestly, like he gave the pizza stop right next to me like an 8, and I was like, wow, accurate. It doesn't look like an 8. It looks like a rinky
it's an
dinky
8?
pizzeria, which it is kind of a rinky dinky pizzeria, but their pizza's
Really?
like low key really good. Yeah.
Shout out to Kavita, by the way, in our chat, and whoever else is watching with us.
Hi, Kavita.
I wish I knew who was watching with us where, but we just have to know if they pop up in the chat.
Oh, I would like to wish you all a happy cowboy shit day.
Happy
Oh
Cowboy.
yeah,
I can
his
see
little
that. He made a
his
cowboy.
little mandate. Although I do like that he still does that. Those are actually
Yeah.
really, really freaking funny. Ah, Jermaine's here. Jermaine's going to NXT UK in probably like 2 hours from now. With the time difference.
I'm so fucking jealous, honestly.
Lucky.
I want to go to NXT
Go
UK
to
taping
Europe.
so badly. I know. Well, I have to get my passport soon.
Oh,
anyway,
you should also get a
so-
passport. I don't think the line's
Well,
that
yeah,
long these days.
so I'm going-
So you should be
Yeah.
fine.
Well, I'm going to the Bahamas in
Well, the Bahamas is U.S.
February.
territory.
I was told I need a passport.
You're better off having it than not. I'll put it that way.
Like they said, I can either
Everyone
do a
should have
passport.
Don't get me wrong. You should,
Yeah.
you
I
should
could
also
do-
have a passport.
They said passport, or I could do like the real
Oh,
ID
the
or
enhanced
enhanced
ID is
license,
bomb.
whatever.
You should get that. Probably been a passport.
Yeah.
Because
What's
it
the
allows you to
enhanced
go
ID?
to pretty much all of our bordering countries without showing your passport.
Interesting.
Mhm. So I could just go to Canada
Pretty
or
much,
Mexico
yeah.
and be fine.
I have an enhanced ID. I mean, granted, don't get me wrong. I'd still bring my passport with me when I travel. Like, it's just force of habit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My passport's just, I always have my passport in my backpack. It's just where I keep it. Because I never want to forget my passport. So I'm like, okay, when am I going to have it in a place I'm always going to need it? My backpack. So I always bring my backpack when I travel.
Mm-hmm.
So, just keep it in there. My Vax card's in there too.
Oh,
just
yeah.
in case.
Always, just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case. Where's my... I know. Like,
Don't need it in New Jersey, baby. Don't need it anywhere in New Jersey.
I don't know where my physical Vax card is.
I know where mine is. I had that panic. I was like, where the fuck is my Vax card? And then I found it.
Well, you guys got that commie. You guys got that commie app.
Oh, the Excelsior app?
Oh,
I think it's fine.
I like it.
Big government, big farmers, and big businesses.
Whatever. We're being tracked for everything anyways.
Everything else is tracking me anyway. I might as well just have my card on my wallet.
It's different though. If the private side, like if Samsung tracks me, Google tracks me, it's gonna try and sell me shit. The government, it's a way different.
The government's
That's
been
a way
tracking
different
us for years. It's fine.
I mean, social security number.
On it. They are on it.
No, I mean, Eagle Eye wasn't just a movie. It was a real thing. By the way, Eagle Eye, amazing movie. So,
I saw that like when it came out.
It was Shia LaBeouf. It's when he was on a roll.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
I haven't seen it.
It's before he was like
in it.
Fucking psychotic.
Before,
yeah, it was the first one after Transformers.
It was around that time. It was like around the
when he was like the hottest thing in Hollywood. Primetime Shia, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like he's had really good roles. Hang on, I gotta take this up. Give me 2 seconds.
No, he's done what he needed to do, but
Holes is a cinematic classic.
No, it's not.
Though. Yes, did you didn't read Holes and watch Holes? Oh my god, it was so good. So we read Holes in 6th grade, and that happened to be the year the movie came out. So we went to go see it on a field trip. It was really good. Yeah, it was a very accurate book to film adaptation, which I really appreciated because I'm a stickler for detail when it comes to
Don't read Jurassic Park
movie.
then.
Yeah, I've never read Jurassic
Totally
Park.
different.
I figured.
Or any of the Lord of the Rings. Although they're not that far off.
I mean, I've read all the Lord of the Rings books, but
oh yeah, that the 31 box set came out in the 4K. So I told my dad for Christmas I want a 4K Blu-ray player.
Do you have a 4K
and that
TV?
box set. That's pretty much. And
okay.
I do a 4K TV. I want that, the Blu-ray player, and a bathrobe.
Oh, I need a bathrobe too. Bathrobes are so dope.
Like when I lived with Nash, he just walked out with a bathrobe. I was like, fuck, I need one of those.
Am I the
I
only
finally thought of it.
That doesn't like get the bathrobe vibe?
What do you mean? Nope. Don't get the bathrobe vibe?
I don't like fucking bathrobes.
That's fine.
Yeah,
but they're great.
And they come with pockets. Some come with hoodies or like hoods on them.
I've never not had a bathrobe without pockets.
I told my dad, I got something like an Amazon link. It needs it's thick fabric. It needs to be heavy. It needs to be warm. Like I'm gonna podcast.
Just send him like your Amazon wish list and be like, buy these things.
Yeah, I made links. Let me see if I'll find it. Or
just put in a wish list.
I don't even know what I want for Christmas. Like.
Yeah, it happens. Anyway, should we get ready to do a show? Yeah, we could. Yeah, let's get ready to do the show. We also have to plan out this weekend on the post show as well. We do.
Yes,
so give us a couple minutes. We'll be right back, and we'll get the show on the road. Coming up this week, folks, on Kings of the Rings podcast, Willie T's back from Singapore, and he has a lot to say about AEW's Full Gear show, and my God, what a show it was. Plus, it is that time of the year again when Raw and SmackDown go head-to-head in a pay-per-view that you probably forget about this time of year every year. Yes, we're talking about Survivor Series, and we're going to try to survive the series and break down what to expect on also the 25th anniversary of The Rock debuting. Hint, hint, wink, wink. So sit back, relax, make sure you're not going to trial for the U.S. Capitol riots like that guy who's a shaman who's going to...
41 months, baby. Fuck 'em.
It's Kings of the Rings podcast, episode 273, Surviving the Series, and it starts right now. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
That's shaman dumbass.
I'm surprised it was 41 months. That's a long time.
What an odd number 41 is, too, by the way.
Yeah. I'm not saying it doesn't deserve it. I'm surprised it was that
whatever.
long.
But it should have been longer. Anywho, folks, welcome to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode 273, Surviving the Series. I'm your host, King Ricky Rose. We've got a bit of a condensed show this week. We've got Full Gear, we've got Survivor Series, and honestly, that's really about it. Although there's a lot to talk about surrounding Survivor Series weekend and all that comes with it. I'm your host, King Ricky Rose, along with Will Tereshok and the HBIC themselves, the K. Murphy. Will, how was Singapore?
I didn't actually go to Singapore, guys. Like, someone's like thinking that I actually get on a plane and go to Singapore.
That's the way we marketed it. I was like, Will's in Singapore.
I know. I was thinking, should I go along with it? But I was like, no, I don't want people to actually think I was in Singapore. I was sitting in this exact chair, actually. Sitting on my laptop. I was actually sitting just like this, feet up, no camera, no mixer on my lap, and just having a grand old time. We did 39 hits in 4 days. Actually, believe it or not, I got more sleep last week than I have in the past 3 weeks.
Really?
Like, because I'd work from like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock until 3:30 in the morning, go to bed and wake up around noon 30.
Oh, okay.
But since I was sleeping right through because I could have woken up at literally any time. So like, I was just sleeping right through until I naturally woke up. Whereas nowadays, I wake up at 8:30 every morning. I'm waking up in anticipation for the alarm.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how my body works.
Yeah, I have that issue too. It fucking sucks.
I had this great sleep. K. Murphy, how do you sleep?
Okay, so I have a really fucked up sleep schedule because of my work hours. So
yeah, that too.
I start my work day at 5 a.m., right? So that means for me, I have an alarm that goes off at 3:30 a.m. That's for me to take my meds. So I literally at 3:30 roll over, reach in my drawer, take a pill, go back to sleep. Then I wake up again around anywhere on a good day. It's 4:30. On a day, it's 4:55. And I wake up and have coffee and start work. But my sleep schedule's fucked because working so early means that like I have to go to bed early. But I live in New York City, which means everything's going on at night. So I very much have had to decide what's more important: 8 hours of consecutive sleep or living my best life. So
I'm gonna say you've lived your best life.
Living wins. Living always wins. Living always wins.
So what I'll do is I go to bed anywhere from 9 is like optimum, but like, that never fucking happens. So if I'm in bed by 11 o'clock, for me that's fine, and I wake up, and then I usually end up taking like anywhere from 45 minutes to a 2-hour nap during the day.
Okay, so you're kind of making up for it.
Yeah, you sleep when tired, you eat when hungry, you drink when thirsty. There's nothing wrong with living like that.
Exact. Except not the drinking when thirsty thing, because I only drink coffee and I'm a dehydrated noodle.
Drink water
all the time.
So anyway, next year I'll probably be on the ground in Singapore, and I've seen Crazy Rich Asians. So let me tell you, I'm very excited. Shout out to that movie, by the way. That movie is fucking.
What, Crazy Rich Asians?
I've heard it's great.
Crazy Rich Asians. K. Murphy, you'll love it. It's a great movie.
I'll check it out. Oh,
Okay, do not fall on camera. You will
Oh, I mean,
totally
I don't
throw
care
me
if I
for a
fall on
loop if you
camera.
bust your ass on camera. Oh my god, what a clip! What a clip that
Well-
would be.
Yeah, I actually
We
cut
would
that clip.
Yeah, we would go viral and get
Yeah.
famous. But what would be worse is if I fell forward, there's a lit candle right next to my
Oh my god, you would fall and your room would go on fire? Oh,
And you'd break another
a
computer.
million hits. A million hits.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn, can you go back to Best Buy? Like, I gotta finance another one. What do you mean?
Hello, increase my credit limit, please.
But I hope the other one's
Yeah,
still in
right?
warranty.
Oh my god.
Oh, it is, and I have like 4 years of Apple Care on this bitch.
Oh, you're fine then.
Yeah, you'll be
Yeah.
set.
Oh, what up,
good.
Jermaine? When I do my night shift, I sleep around 7 a.m. and wake up at 1 to 2 the latest. Sounds about right. You night shift people. I don't know how you guys do it. I'm just a creature of the night.
I loved it, man. It was quiet. At
Oh, it's the
night.
best time to get
I
work done is
worked
at night,
so
yeah.
Fast.
Yeah, I
'cause
do
no one was
overnight
bothering me.
sometimes,
No one
and
was
I love
bothering
it.
me.
So
And I hate
the-
Yeah, it's when people wake up is when the problems happen.
Yeah.
Every so often I'll add myself to an overnight. So like the Tuesday of like next Tuesday, I'm working from 2 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So like I'm gonna make more money, but like it's gonna be so quiet.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Enjoy it.
Well, everywhere but my job itself, it's popping at 2 a.m. But the rest of the world will be
Yeah,
silent.
give me some time to focus. So let's move on. Let's get the show started on the road. So I think this is the first time in a long time that we've all watched an AEW pay-per-view. You
I bought it.
That
I
was
bought
it.
bold.
I bought it, yeah.
Bold.
My buddy Chris was like, "You want to hang out on Saturday?" And I was just like, "Of course." I was like, "Actually, there's a wrestling pay-per-view. Do you want to like pick up a 30 rack, come over, we'll have fun." So I actually went to his place first. He has this thing about cooking pizzas. So, like he makes the dough from scratch
Oh.
and like he
Ooh.
cooked us a pizza. I'll send you guys pictures afterwards. It's fucking
Was it
incredible.
good at least?
He also brined wings. So when he came back to my place, cooked like 30 wings, had a 30 rack of beer.
So you
just
had
enjoyed the
wings,
show.
pizza,
It was
and beer
incredible.
and wrestling?
Yeah.
Wow.
What a great night.
What a-
Honestly.
it was, dude. Saturday was with the
It's
boys.
clearly
great.
it was.
It was great. This was his first time watching wrestling ever. Too,
Oh,
In his
nice.
in his life.
You
It's
had a
like-
you had
Wow,
a
what a
you had a
great
experience.
newbie watch
Yeah.
wrestling with you.
Yeah,
How?
yeah. If it was Survivor Series, I probably wouldn't have done it. But AEW, I was like, okay, if I'm going to introduce a new person to wrestling, I'm going to show them AEW over WWE.
At this point, sure,
Same.
yes, because you'll see the technical aspect of it. Entertainment stuff comes a little bit later. So what? I was
but
like,
he
what do
enjoyed the
what do
show.
you
That was
what do
great.
you think of the show initially?
He thought it was really entertaining. Like it was a few times he was like, "Whoa, like what the fuck?" But like like there's some crazy spots, crazy moves. We also watched the buy-ins. You can kind of get
Okay, so he was
storylines.
able to see the promo packages and all that stuff. Okay,
Yeah. So that helped. The buy-in, honestly, their promo packages, their
It's
production
good.
department, much better.
yeah,
Much better.
it's good. They don't rely on Jim Ross as often.
Yeah, he fell in love with Tay Conti. So
I mean, I don't blame him. She's
It
married
was-
though.
yeah.
I've checked into it. Yeah,
but yeah, he really enjoyed the show. He thought it was thoroughly entertaining. He was very impressed.
good.
So it was
good.
a win in my
You're
book.
gonna turn him into a
That's
fan
good.
watch. I think you probably just converted him.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I think you did convert him. What did you think of the show? I know you were raving about it beforehand.
It was great. I thought match placement was very surprising to me.
Somewhat.
Which is something I'm noticing a lot more in wrestling. I was like, oh, they're starting off with MJF. Oh, CM Punk Eddie's this late in the card. Britt Baker's right where she deserves to be. But I was just like, the match placement was very, very interesting to me. Also, it was very quick. It was just match.
I feel like
No
they were at a
it was-
pace of 2 matches an hour. Because I
Yeah.
did hear that they're going to stick to like a 4-hour format.
There was no room to breathe.
Yes.
Which like WWE, they do good things buffering in the middle, so you as well as the crowd have time to take a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
Where AEW is just like, all right, match, promo package, match, promo package, match, promo package.
Yeah, there wasn't any time to breathe, which I think they'll get with time.
Yeah.
I mean, because you can only bring a crowd so high.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot. And the only time, I mean, even takeovers had cooldowns essentially.
Yeah.
You know, because you got to give him a chance to breathe. It's like, what was it? It's similar to, I was on such a high at when Kofi beat Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. I don't remember the second match. I remember the match after because I'm spent.
Yeah.
I don't remember the match after.
I remember the match after. Honestly, I
think it might have been Samoa Joe winning the U.S. title.
It might have been
Samoa Joe like demolishing Ray or something like that for a U.S. title.
I forgot that was even on the card. We can go with that.
Me too.
But like, it's just when you have match placements like that, you really gotta give the crowd a time to breathe.
Yeah. I had a hard time because I was puppy sitting Valentino while watching AEW, so I needed to time out. When am I going to take him out?
Yeah.
And
it's kind of hard to do it.
I had work in the morning, so what ended up happening was we both fell asleep during Britt Baker.
Okay.
And he didn't go out.
Britt Baker's probably the most predictable thing on this card.
Yeah, Britt Baker was the match to take her out. No disrespect to Britt Baker, but the match was very black. The crowd was very black, and that would have been the match. But that's okay. You just got to give the women time.
I will say, I think Tay Conti got better in the ring from the last time I saw her.
She was great.
I think she has improved.
She's improved greatly since she was on NXT,
correct,
for sure.
And she just needs to keep on improving.
Like, Britt Baker is great. I love Britt. I'm all team Britt. But it almost felt like that this women's match was on the card because they know they have to have at least one women's match on the card.
And Britt Baker's great. I love Britt too. Like, Team Britt, DMD. Character strong, but she just... I don't know if she's able to carry a match.
And she needs people to work with too. Like...
Yeah.
Her and Charlotte, her and Becky, her and Sasha, her and Bayley, her and Bianca, her and like most people in WWE would have a banger
with her. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. She'd be fine. They'd carry her through. She'd look like $1 million. The only time I've ever saw her be like, okay, she can do really well is only with Thunder Rosa.
Exactly.
That was an awesome match. So my hope for the women's division is I saw that Will Nightingale was on Dark tonight.
Will Nightingale?
And, you know who
I want to say yes. I know the name.
She's the fucking shit. So she could really be like the next big thing in the women's division, really help solidify that division.
I mean, they need all the help they can get.
I'm assuming he's going to sign her. For real. Like, I'm assuming Tony's going to sign her, but...
I think what they need for the women's division and Britt Baker, they need Allison Gay.
Yeah.
I don't know why she has not...
I
don't know why she has not signed yet. Unless she's having too much fun doing NWA and all the other stuff that Thicky James is doing on the on Impacts.
But if you sign with AEW, you can still probably have that fun.
Well, not if she signs with Impact. But I think she's still having fun in the Indies, her and Marty Bell.
I mean, look, AEW can't sign everybody. Like, they can't. I mean, I know he has endless pockets, but there's only so many spots.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Keith Lee doesn't get signed. Yeah, I think he should, but I wouldn't be shocked if he didn't.
Yeah.
By AEW.
You know, I think they need to sell more money towards women because there's a lot of women out there that can benefit from being in this position. Mia Yim would be perfect for this.
For sure.
Mia Yim would be me and Mercedes, perfect dance partners for Britt. Yeah. Absolutely perfect.
Totally.
Mercedes Martinez would fuck up Britt Baker. It would be a great match.
I'd love to see Mercedes take the belt off Britt. I'd love it. Mercedes needs to get her due, and she hasn't gotten it yet. And so Jade Cargill needs her due too. We need to see more Jade.
Britt Baker's gonna hold that belt for like 2 years.
I feel like Jade Cargill is going to be the TBS champion.
Probably.
It's not a bad spot to be in. I'd
like
to go to Ruby Soho. Personally.
I think Ruby would be fantastic too.
I think with a lot of these signings, he's gonna go, oh, Vince. Honestly, in due time, it's not going to be too long before I'm on this podcast saying, you know what, Vince was right. They got cut. He was right. Because most of the time he is right, to be honest.
Who do you think we're going to say Vince was right about?
Probably Alistair. He lost again. Andrade, honestly, probably not Alistair, probably Andrade.
I was saying like Malachi's doing very
It
well.
might be Andrade. I mean, all this talk reminds you of the Big Show was on the New Day podcast before he, turned went to AEW and became Paul White again. And he was talking about how he loves the pandemic because the pandemic's going to expose a lot of people.
It did expose a lot of people.
It's going to expose a lot of people, and you're going to find out who can really go and who really can't go. And that's when I think the first wave of cuts like, oh, you're not as good as you think you are. Like, you've got to go. So
I enjoy Andrade, but
Andrade needs some. Andrade's gotten better with his English. He still needs a mouthpiece.
God, his body though, he's so huge. It's so good. He's so sexy.
Yeah,
huge. Like his English is getting better, and props to
for
him
trying.
putting the effort in. So, I mean, that at that point, there's only so much you can do. It's just you gotta give the guy time, and he's super talented.
Yes.
Super
honestly,
talented. I think he's gonna be one where they say Vince is right.
What I really would like to see is, I want Charlotte to leave WWE so bad. I would love her to be Andrade's mouthpiece.
Oh, I don't know how well that would go over. Oh.
Can you imagine?
Very.
The two of them as like a heel like couple in AEW.
I think Charlotte's staying in WWE. She has more prestige and money to make in WWE, more glory in WWE.
Yeah,
she's a bitch and she's hard to work with, and she has a huge ego, but I think she needs WWE more than WWE needs her, in a weird way.
Yeah, I can't picture the daughter of Flair leaving to go to another company.
Yeah.
Well, considering Flair's not even with WWE anymore, I don't think it matters anymore. It really
Charlotte will
doesn't.
have MJF heat in AEW. She
Honestly,
would.
give it to me.
She would have MJF heat, but I think she would.
Don't get me wrong. When MJF won that match, and the crowd was, you could hear a pin drop. They were.
Oh, he's the perfect top tier heel.
It was that match, the storytelling in that match. Not only was it an incredible match, match of the night. For me, it was match. I know the main event was fantastic. For me, that was match.
I love the main event
because the story.
I did like the main event. I did.
Me too.
The Young Bucks tried to tell a story and they gave it the head and like, go ahead. It just seemed like that wasn't necessary for them to show up. Like, I get in the big scheme of things what they're trying to tell the story of. But I was like, just have him win. Just have Hangman win. He did win clean. I just thought if you take away the Young Bucks, it doesn't take away anything from that. It was like an awkward pause. It was one of those. It's one of those moves in wrestling that's only for the TV crowd. Because
Well, I think it's gonna make more sense. It's gonna make more sense in hindsight. Like in the moment, I totally get what you're saying. But depending on what happens tonight on Dynamite or in the next few weeks with the Elite, which is I think is where it could be going, it could make more sense in hindsight. But for the moment,
I totally forgot to record AEW Dynamite. Whatever, I'll do it.
I'm watching it right now.
What else is good on this card? Oh, the tag match. Obviously, FTR and Lucha Brothers. Fucking phenomenal.
It was
Incredible.
Okay.
Loved it.
I was kind of in and out. Like me and Chris were like watching the matches, not really saying much. That match we were convinced. So like it wasn't really just grabbing our attention. Like that MJF match. Again, I won't go back to track that much before I go to the tag match. The ending, we just want to bash him to skateboard, and he won. He won exactly how he told me he was going to. Like a
headlock takeover. I thought that was brilliant.
With the headlock takeover. With the ring, you know what it was? It was a finish WWE wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Because it was predictable.
It was bold. It was ballsy. It was gutsy. And honestly, Darby does not look bad at taking that L.
No.
No, not at all.
He's still super over. MJF has got so much heat. Incredible. I love they're the four pillars. They're two of the four pillars, which is the whole point of the match. Now over to FTR. That match was great. FTR doesn't have a bad match. He's
Yeah,
Lucha Bros.
I love me the Lucha. I love Pentagon. That's just me.
Me too.
Pentagon just
The Lucha Bros is my favorite tag team
Yeah.
right now.
I just love the mouthpiece. The mouthpiece. Penta says he just gets all into it. It's just such a great idea that I can't believe it's never been done before. A mouthpiece, like imagine like Ricardo Rodriguez with
and not a drug habit.
Yeah. Although a great
Oh
announcement.
no, he was great. He was great. All right, so Kate, here's your chance to talk about
Punk and Eddie.
This is the decision I did not like.
fucking-
I wanted Eddie. I wanted
You did
Eddie
not like
to get
it.
this so badly.
I was actually. I'm not mad about Punk winning, obviously, but I'm surprised.
I'm not mad about Punk winning either.
It
It
was.
was safe. It was safe.
I very much enjoyed it.
Okay, great match.
Yeah, I think it was Punk's match. It was my
course
match
it
of the
was.
night. It was Punk's best match since he's been back. Punk
I'll
was
agree with that.
covered in-
Yeah.
Punk was
Great match.
covered in blood. It was.
I love how out of nowhere
It was
Eddie just
something
can
to
just
me.
turn around and just chops Punk in the head before the bell rings. It's so fucking
It was
funny.
great.
Yeah,
It
it
was-
was great. Great
Punk and
heel
Eddie-
work by Eddie.
I've been wanting this match for such a long time, and it's been a dream match of mine. So like, it gave me what I needed, and I'm sure it's not the last. Like,
Well-
I want these motherfuckers in a steel cage.
Yes, I do too.
I w-
I
You
hate
do
steel
hate
cage
steel cage
matches, but I do
matches.
too.
Oh, I love steel cages.
They got fuck the door. All right, it's the stupidest thing ever.
Oh my god, yes, Jermaine, 1,000,000%. It was incredible. The 5-knuckle shuffle tease.
Yeah, I picked that. I was like, oh, the 5-knuckle shuffle tease. I thought that was fantastic.
It was.
I want him to do it so bad.
I would die. I would have died.
Such a troll.
Um, one thing I noticed on this pay-per-view, they gotta kind of watch their ring mics because you could hear a lot of fuck yous and bullshits and motherfuckers from the wrestlers. Like when Darby got caught in power bomb, he's like, "Oh shit!" Like Eddie was saying, "Fuck you, motherfucker," and Punk was going by just like, "Whoa!" I know on pay-per-view, but
Turn it
whoa!
down. Turn it down.
I was not mad about it.
WWE would be hitting on lines.
Oh, hi, Mark.
It didn't
Your
bother
back
me.
was
But I was
here.
like, "Ooh, I caught that. I
Yeah.
caught that." A lot of middle fingers.
I heard Punk's mother. Yeah, a lot of middle fingers. Punk's motherfucker. I heard very prominently.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey man,
Yeah.
Passion
it
showed.
did.
passion. showed.
It did.
The match was
Overall,
well
there's
passionate.
one match we didn't talk about the multi-man matches. But Brian, I was going to say Daniel Bryan. Brian Danielson versus Miro. Also good
Miro.
match.
ID.
Also, very much enjoyed it.
So now we have a collision course between
Very
Hangman and Brian Danielson.
I'm very excited. Now,
Brian's not winning. Let's put that out there. He's not winning.
No. And you
No,
know
he
what?
doesn't need to.
Brian doesn't want to win. Brian Danielson wants to put over
I think so. I
Hangman
think that's what
Page,
he wants to do too. Yeah.
Yeah.
which like the actual man. Like Brian Danielson's so popular because he doesn't have an ego,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't. If he does, it doesn't show.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think he really has an ego. I think he's just a really just grounded human being.
You can just tell he loves what he's doing. Like,
Yeah.
he don't give a fuck. Like, he's over no matter what
And
he does.
Go ahead.
He said he said it in his promo package. He's like, I heard AEW is where all the wrestlers go, and that's why
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm a
Mhm.
wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is duh. Yeah.
It's true.
It's true. WWE isn't wrestling. Sports entertainment. It's a variety show. It's very, very different.
Yeah.
And if you look at Brian Danielson's work in the past of putting talent over, he does a really good job. Just look at his match with Kofi, WrestleMania 35. It's the
Daniel Bryan and Adam Cole.
oh yes from SmackDown from 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know he was putting him over. It was just a matter of that was just two guys who just knew how to go.
But that match was just
I know.
incredible.
They had no business being that good on like a throwaway SmackDown before Survivor Series.
Yeah. But it was like on a match. It was like on my match of the year list. I remember.
Yeah, because that match was fucking phenomenal.
Every now and then, D-Bry would and WWE D-Bry would have that kind of a match, like the wrestlers match. But now in AEW, you can
Yeah,
have.
he
all the
did it
time.
with. I think he did it with Bray early on.
He also did it with who was his like mentor
The
for a
Miz.
little bit? He tried to hype up.
The Miz.
Not the Miz.
Kane.
Blank on his name. He was on 205 Live.
Not. The...
Drew
Oh yeah,
Gulak.
him and Drew were fun.
Yeah.
That was very fun.
Him and Drew were very, very fun. But yeah.
Can I?
Yes.
Before we transition out of AEW, I have one AEW thing to
What
let
is
you
that?
know about. Guess who's wrestling each other next weekend in, I think, North Carolina?
Next weekend in what, North Carolina?
In North Carolina. Guess what two random wrestlers are wrestling
PD
each
Pablo and who else?
Swole and Sunny Kiss.
That's a good guess.
other? Ooh, that would be a banger.
I'd
Be a
watch
fun
it
match.
too.
I'd watch that match.
It would be a very fun match. No, we have some random ass fucking indie show. Matt Hardy versus Enzo Amore.
Wow, you really stopped the show to talk about that. Wow.
Yeah.
You really stopped the show to talk about that. Seriously. You know what? You stopped. Wow. I cannot believe.
Yeah, of
You
course
know.
I did.
Go away,
Because
Casey.
people needed to know. It's relevant.
Yeah,
What
sorry.
the fuck?
Sorry.
Oh, is it because we're not watching our live stream right now? They removed my
Temporarily.
video.
It had to be done, damn it.
What do you?
Eh,
What did you? What did
we
you
all know
think
I hate being on video anyway.
about the multi-man match?
I
What
don't
did
know.
you
I feel like AEW does multi-man matches all the time. I was like, wait. I know.
love getting everyone
WWE
apart.
does the same thing too
But they
when they
feel
do their battle
different.
royals.
But they feel different than WWE's. A six-man tag in WWE feels radically different than a trio
Even though we're
segment.
kind of the same thing.
Yeah, they are.
I
Kind
mean,
of the
I'm
same,
not.
but they feel
I'm not.
different.
Yeah,
I'm
one's
never.
tornado.
One is tornado. I'm never enamored by multi-people matches, even on like big cards. Only if it's like, I mean, because a lot of the time we just don't lead anything and they're just filler. Like, a la, what was it? New Day versus what was it? The four international guys from WrestleMania 32. Forgot what they called themselves. It was like,
Oh, the
yeah, the League of Nations.
League of
Yeah.
Nations? I love
They
the League.
God, if they were built, if they were promoted better, they could have been fucking dominant as fuck. They could have killed it if they had better people behind them. But like
what?
Wade
Sheamus,
and Alberto
Rusev,
Del Rio,
Wade Barrett, and
Mhm.
Alberto. Yeah, literally, it's the four corners of the globe.
seriously, they could have
sure.
killed it. But Wade was on his way out at the time, and everything. But yeah, the multi-man match just don't. They've never really appealed to me in almost anything ever. Because they don't really ever lead to anything. Neither does like
Yeah.
the battle royals in WWE.
The Inner Circle match was fun. It was fun. I liked the Eddie tribute because it was 16.
Yes.
The 16-year anniversary.
A lot of
Yeah.
people did Eddie tributes. There's a lot of Eddie
It was
tributes.
that was a big moment for Jericho. The match was fun. I mean, yeah, like to me, like a multi-man match like that, it's just fun. That's why it was like a street fight.
Yeah,
So
it is-
ridiculous and entertaining. But
There's
yeah,
nothing.
there's no
There's
real
nothing really
stakes.
to it. I mean, if done right, it can do well. Like if what was it when you did Shield versus the Authority or Evolution? Shield versus Evolution, fantastic. But they had stakes involved.
Had
yeah.
stakes.
Oh,
Had
oh my
ribeyes,
god! I had
prime
the
rib.
Yum, yum.
I had
Stop!
the
I'm
greatest,
hungry.
bone-in prime rib. I went to Del Frisco's in New York City. Oh,
Yeah, that's
oh
great.
my
That's
God.
a great steak. Yeah, Del Frisco's is
Yes,
worth killing
absolutely.
children
I totally agree.
Someone's gonna cut that in 5
Yeah,
years.
pretty
It's gonna
much.
be the end of my career.
Yeah. Bye,
I
Will.
give Full Gear 8.5 gears.
Okay,
I
I'm gonna
too
go
would give it
eight.
8.5.
so good. You know what it reminded me of? Actually, it's like, oh wow, this is Takeover.
Yes. Down to the color scheme.
Yeah,
But honestly, I think that's one of the reasons I enjoyed it so much is because I am seriously missing takeovers.
hey, you got.
Let me tell you what. I'm not watching War Games. I don't give a fuck.
It's not.
I
It
don't
is. It
want
is
to.
not. It is not.
It's
We're going to talk
like,
about War
it's
Games. It is not
forced.
War Games until William Regal yells War Games, and until then,
he's
it's not
not-
War Games.
Is he even on TV anymore?
No.
Regal, they get rid of him too.
Could you imagine if they released Regal?
I could.
I can't see them being that ballsy to release Regal.
If
No,
you
not
release,
released.
He has not.
On TV,
He has not been
though.
on
He's still
TV
GM.
yet. No.
So he's not the GM anymore.
I wouldn't go that far.
where's Joe?
He's
still injured.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck happened to him.
That's right.
Oh,
Forgot
that's
he's
why it was a
injured.
big deal. Thank you, Jermaine. It was also in the same city that Eddie died in.
Oh, that's hardcore.
Oh, I
Minneapolis.
didn't
Yeah.
know that.
It's in the same city. Good catch, Jermaine. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. All right, so let's move on to the series that you guys probably forgot about each and every year because it's only really been a really huge thing, probably never, to be completely honest with you, minus the gobbledygooker segment.
Yeah, like the 80s, really? The 80s was
Yeah,
Survivor Series was a
it's
big
weird
deal.
for Survivor Series. Let's talk about Survivor Series a little bit. Number one, it's the second longest running pay-per-view that they have. Only thing that beats it is WrestleMania.
Second. That's right,
Yeah.
Survivor Series was before Rumble.
And Survivor Series is only done to fuck with WCW.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
created
it was
the fuck with Starrcade.
It was- Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
And
Clash
Clash.
of Champions. But is this like this Survivor Series what it should be and what it is
Yeah.
two very different things.
Survivor. Go ahead.
Like it should just be all-star
Yeah.
game. Dream matches, cross brands. But they shouldn't do it after a draft.
Yeah, this is fucking stupid this year.
Yeah.
Isn't all of Team Raw on from SmackDown?
We'll get into that.
From last year.
They've been switching. What the fuck is going on TV? They've been switching the teams in and out. Like they announce the teams and they switch them out.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
but-
what the fuck is happening?
So
Every day I'm on Twitter and I see different.
I have
cameras, so
the official. I have
when
the
we
official
go on
one
Sunday-
as of today. I have the official one as of today, and we will talk about both teams. I will tell. I will
Alright,
tell you
let's
this.
run down
Number one, Survivor Series is only really important after the fact. Like after the fact, you realize, oh, the Undertaker debuted at the Survivor Series. After the fact, you realize, oh, that's when The Rock showed up at Survivor Series. Like it's always an after the fact thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is when these big guys. These big guys debut. It always happens to be around Survivor Series. Like, oh, the Gobbledygooker, he showed up at Survivor Series. That's a Hall of Famer right there.
My question though is Survivor Series a big deal because it's a big deal, or are we making Survivor Series a big deal because they're making
Survivor Series is a
people
big deal
debut at
because of
Survivor
the
Series?
debuts that have happened, and also the Montreal Screwjob was a Survivor Series moment as well.
Yeah, the Shield.
The
I
Shield
forgot
debuted
that
Survivor
was
Series.
at
Survivor
Survivor
Series is
Series.
also.
Furnace of Vaughn debuted.
Scott
Same day as The Rock,
Steiner made his
actually. That's
WWE
great
debut at
ever.
Survivor Series in Madison Square Garden. It is also when the Elimination Chamber debuted for the first time ever. Was Survivor Series in the Garden.
Yeah.
So it does have its moments. It just doesn't seem to have that big of moments compared to everything else.
They
I know,
just
dude,
aren't treating
like,
it that way.
That also.
2 years ago, Ricky, when we were going to Chicago, like, yes, I was excited to go to Chicago, but I was also very excited.
Yeah, because
to go home.
that card looked
I was very excited for the
amazing. Yeah.
weekends. Like, they did such a good job. I was like, oh my God, Survivor Series
Like it
is
means
back.
something.
This year, it's just like, oh yeah, that's this. Oh yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to Survivor Series.
I literally said today, I'm going to a pay-per-view on Sunday, and I couldn't give less of a fuck. Like, I'm
Like,
going to
I
see my friends and eat.
I bought tickets. Like, I'm more excited
Yeah.
to see you guys than for the actual.
Me
Also,
too.
what was it? In Survivor Series, also 2014 was the debut of Sting in WWE.
Yes,
Yeah, so
that
like,
too.
Survivor Series has its moments, so you're always like, it's always between one or two. And actually, that Survivor Series 5-on-5 was probably the last good one that they ever had. It's when Dolph.
2019 was a good show.
No. I'm talking about the 5-on-5 match. Because
Oh, yeah.
that was Team Authority versus Team Cena. Yeah,
Team Cena.
and then Big Show turned. Big Show turned. Big Show turned and Dolph Ziggler looked like a star again for like 2 seconds.
It was supposed to be Roman, but he got suspended for weed or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
they gave-
yeah,
they-
that's
they
They
gave
gave it
Dolph.
to Dolph. Oh my God, that's good. All right, so let's break down this card. And the only match that probably anybody even cares about, including myself, is this meat slapping majesty. That is.
It was meat slapping.
That is going to be Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion, versus the WWE Champion Big E. And I will say this: I like how Big E tied it all in. So.
I laid on me. I haven't been watching Raw.
He goes on Raw and says, you know, Roman, pretty much you've made this personal because you've attacked my family. You've attacked.
Oh, he destroyed the fuck out of Xavier Woods. That was a great segment.
He's like, you've hurt my family, you hurt my brothers, and now I'm gonna come and I'm gonna hurt you. And then the Usos came and attacked him.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, way to build something out of nothing. Right now, way to kind of like find your motivation. Obviously, we haven't heard Roman's response yet. Although Big E got it back at the Usos and destroyed him at the end. I do love what Roman is doing with a New Day. I love the fact that Xavier Woods is actually getting time with main eventers to show that he's actually fucking talented. You know,
Good.
And so,
like it's a good way to use Roman because the feud is the Usos versus the New Day with Roman. Whereas, and it's still a main event feud, whereas a lot of the feuds are Roman versus someone with the Usos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good that it can work both ways because it elevates Kofi and Xavier and the Usos to that main event spot.
And a lot of them were already in that main event spot to begin with, besides maybe Xavier Woods, who had never really gotten that sort of recognition until after King of the Ring.
Top tier talent, babe.
So this is going to be fantastic. This should main event.
Definitely, it's gonna surprise me.
Yeah, I think.
Surprise me. So I'm kind of thinking on the match, but I'm gonna watch it and love
You know what it is? This is
honestly, I'm gonna be hyped.
This is. I hate to put so much of an ultimatum on this, but this is the make or break match for Big E's championship run. He doesn't have to win. He just has to look good.
No.
And I think if you can look good with Roman, which he's been wrestling forever, for days, they came up in developmental together, I think he's going to be fine. Roman's winning, because he has to.
Duh.
Unless it gets something really weird happening. But
yeah, Roman puts people over.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's very good at putting people over in defeat, which is very hard to do. That's the kind of that's kudos to him as a character, performer, and champion.
I mean, look what Roman did for Keith Lee, even though it didn't end up being anything. Keith Lee went up against Roman at Survivor Series when we went. And that should have been Keith Lee's turning point. I talked about this last week with UK. I'm just going to talk about it with Will. Remember when Keith Lee pretty much spirit bombed Roman in the middle of the ring? The place lost it.
Dude, I was watching the show last week at that point, and I forgot about the handshake. But then I was like, "Oh my god, they made him look like $1 million." That Survivor Series, we were there, and then what happened?
I know.
That was the 5-on-5-on-5.
Yes, that was a triple because it was NXT involved and everything. Yeah.
I wish they continued.
NXT looked too good. I think that's the issue. I think
that might be.
I think Vince got his ego hurt. That NXT looked too good.
I saw a meme. It was like Triple H was on the Will Smith from the Fresh Prince in the empty living room. It's like Triple H coming back from surgery, wondering where all his talent is.
If you look back at that NXT Survivor Series, Matt Riddle pinned Randy Orton.
Oh, that's
wow.
That's hilarious.
Look at that.
Riddle pinned Orton. There's a whole thing about it. It was great. The only dud was the main event because Shayna just didn't look strong.
Yeah, that was a bad main event. That was a mistake having that main event.
Shayna didn't look strong, but besides that, all good. So anywho, LOL Roman wins. Let's move on to what would be the women main event, or the main event for the women. You have big time Becky Lynch, Conor McGregor in disguise, versus the totally unnatural Charlotte Flair, which apparently that gets under her skin a lot.
Yeah, talk about
I have
natural,
some stuff
unnatural
to
selection. She looks like a brat.
Oh yeah, with that edit, yes, she
Yeah.
does.
It drives me nuts.
I have conflicting feelings about this because Charlotte and Becky at Evolution is like
It's a
one of my
fantastic
all-time favorite
match.
matches. So like, I'm excited
That's
to
what's
be here
standing.
for the sequel. However, we didn't necessarily need this. Like, I don't know. I don't need like. I'm excited to see it. I don't necessarily need to see it. But I think they're gonna fucking kill each other because of all the shit Becky has been saying about
Well,
Charlotte
Charlotte's been
lately.
taking too much offense to it.
Yeah.
Hey man, they could be working all of us.
I mean, if so, kudos to them.
It is wrestling, remember?
It's a very good work. Like,
I mean, there's
'cause I know
definitely ego involved. Both
Yeah.
are egomaniacs. We were
But
talking
they
about
were
Bryan
both
Danielson earlier.
close.
They're the exact opposite.
yeah.
I mean, Karen, what happens in business and success, though? Your former friends just become
Yeah.
rivals, and that's just how it happens.
Yeah, that's true.
Very, very common.
I also blame Seth for the
I
insanity
don't
of
blame
Becky.
Seth.
I
No,
blame
you
him.
celebrate Seth Rollins, damn it. That man is a treasure.
He dicked her down.
I
too good, he
do
turned her crazy.
celebrate Seth Rollins, but just some of Becky's fashion choices. I don't love.
I need them to pair together on camera. We're
No,
No.
we
I
don't
don't
need that.
think-
We don't need that feud again.
no.
We do need Lacey Evans to return.
Well, hold on to that thought because I think there's a spot for that. If you've been following her Instagram too. Oh, she's
Does she
been
have
had
the
the baby. Yeah, she had the baby in her own house in her own tub.
Oh my God, she's one of
That
those.
does not shock me.
One of those psycho bitches. Oh my God, those.
Go on
women
her
are
Instagram.
psychopaths.
It's all there. Power to her,
Hey,
yeah. Power to
Power
her.
to her. Good. Strong ass woman for giving birth in a house
Yeah.
without painkillers.
For real. I would
Also
die.
very, very risky for the child. It's very
It's
dangerous
Lacey
to
for
do,
you.
but
I'm
How
sure
so-
she didn't have a midwife.
I don't know.
Oh,
I
I'm
couldn't even
sure
spot a
she-
midwife if you like show me a picture of a midwife.
Well, like they're like people, but I'm sure she had like a midwife or like a doula or something. Like I don't think she just
Popped it
fucking
out of nowhere. Yeah, no.
popped
you
out
would-
a
you would-
baby.
you
in
would
a
definitely
cloth
want
on
that.
top. Like, and if you have a midwife or like a doula or something, like, it's
Yeah.
safer. Like it's having a trained professional with you, just not in the sterile
Yeah.
hospital.
As Will looks up Lacey Evans' Instagram. Okay, who's winning this match? Is it Charlotte? Is it Becky? Is it a returning Ronda Rousey? I'm joking. I don't want to put that out there in the atmosphere, but I'm putting it out there. Is it a returning Ronda Rousey?
I don't want to be in the building for the return of Ronda Rousey.
I want to be there in the
honestly.
building so I can hear Issa screaming that Ronda's back.
dude, Issa
Yeah.
was at Full Gear. I saw her.
I
On,
saw-
Oh no, she got the
She was on
screenshot.
TV.
It's like her new default now.
I don't want it. I just don't want it. I'm going with my girl Becky. Like Becky is always my favorite. I am just questioning these character choices.
oh my God.
Yeah,
she
she
was really
was.
fat when she was pregnant.
Oh.
Good God. So that was. So she just gave birth. like,
Was
end
it?
of
I thought it
October.
was in September.
I mean, this picture was taken. This was
Maybe.
an old photo. And this is someone
This
else.
is
I don't
someone
know, it looks like her.
else. Just look up Lacey
This
Evans
is one of her- oh, yeah,
WWE.
there's a
It
picture
should be
of
an
that.
extra.
October 16th, the pictures with her in the bath. Yeah, that's definitely
Okay.
that's definitely a midwife. She looks.
I see you guys want Becky to win, but I
So
think Charlotte's gonna
large.
win.
I'm picking
2-1
Bex.
Bex.
Like, I don't really want either of them to win. They're both very unlikable.
Becky is more likable.
You know what it is? Because she can't really play. Becky's version of a heel isn't what I think WWE wanted. Because I don't think Becky can be that mean consistently. She's becoming a
No.
funnier heel.
Yeah.
Like she's taking what they've given her. Like, oh, we want you to be like, like they want her to be Hollywood Rock, but even Hollywood Rock was fucking hysterical.
Yeah, they are trying to make a Hollywood Rock. It's like, I know what'll get me over. Let me talk in a third person and just finish a move.
Mm-hmm.
Rock doesn't give us. He's the biggest action star in the world. Let's move on to the men's Survivor Series team. Let's go with the Raw side. You have Seth Rollins, who will, tell me if you've heard this before, plans to lead Raw to victory. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
We going to
Oh,
church
it's going to be
on
the Church
Sunday,
of Drip.
boys?
Yes, it is. Oh, that should have been a show title. Church of Drip. Fuck it, I'm going to change it. The show title is now called Church of Drip. Finn Balor. No, Finn's
Thought he was
back.
injured.
Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens and Finn put on
Nice.
a banger of a match on Raw. Oh, yeah.
Did they?
KO turned heel.
So
baby.
these last two
Did
guys...
he? Oh.
These last two guys. So originally Rey Mysterio was on this team, and so was Dominic. And so when that first happened, freaking... Let me get to it.
Yeah,
Let me get to it.
Well,
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. It
Adam
just went into
Pearce
the screen.
called Dominic to the ring with Ray, and he's like, well, I noticed that we had 4 world champions on here, and you're the only one who's not a world champion. This is before Austin Theory got on the team. So we need somebody to replace you. However, you're going to get a shot to beat them, and if you win, you'll stay on the team. And so he went up against Bobby Lashley. And Bobby Lashley and children have a great record.
They do. So wait, Larry, the storyline was just like, oh wait, we made this team and then realized we could have made it better. So when we're just gonna change,
So
that's stupid. They just literally needed
Well, and
time
also
to kill
because
on
they're
TV.
setting up the Ray and Dominic split. Yes.
That is happening. Darian put that out there and
Yeah,
lost it.
they're
Darian
setting up the
said
Ray and
it.
Dominic split, and so then Ray went to fight, I think last year or something, to defend the honor of his son, and got his ass beat, and Lashley didn't stop, to the point where Adam Pearce was like, well, we got to hire a replacement, and Austin Theory had to come out to take another selfie, and he's like, Austin, I like your style. Welcome to the Survivor Series team. And so now, the Raw Survivor Series team is Seth freaking Rollins, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, a heel Austin Theory, thank God, and Bobby Lashley the Almighty versus Drew McIntyre, Jeff Hardy, King Woods, Happy Corbin. Originally, there was somebody else on this, aka Sami Zayn. However, after losing to Jeff Hardy on SmackDown, Sami Zayn was eliminated from the SmackDown team, which leaves one spot open on Team SmackDown. Have at it.
Wait,
It's not Jeff Hardy.
I have a question.
Jeff Hardy beats
Wait,
What the fuck is
Jeff
going
Hardy
on?
beats Sami Zayn, so Sami Zayn's eliminated from the SmackDown team.
why?
Jeff
take
was
a
already
spot?
on the team.
Was Jeff already?
Oh.
So what's the point of taking?
They didn't
Sammy out
like
if it's
each
not a
other, it was
qualifying
loser
match?
leaves.
So they... Oh, well, good.
So now we have an open spot on the SmackDown
Because-
team. Who takes it?
Who's on SmackDown?
I just said Drew McIntyre, Jeff Hardy. Huh?
No, the rest of the roster.
I don't know, but we got a sex spot for the first time ever on our comment stream.
Yay! We did it.
we got here? Is that like a? Can't see it.
It says naked HDX.
Oh, there's more
Nice.
coming.
Girls. Ooh, hey, I'm waiting you on 18 plus
Whoa.
stream. Girls
Spam, man.
here.
Sign me up.
I'm looking
Are you
for a
now,
girl.
Kat?
Hello. Well, yeah, I'm just disgustingly
You
single.
don't have to be looking for a girl. You could be looking for a guy.
Well, I'm looking for
Gotcha.
anybody really, but
And him.
there are girls
Apparently,
here,
there are a bunch of naked ones on an 18 plus stream.
and they're waiting. And they are
Okay, this
waiting
guy's not
for
going to
us.
stop, so see you later. Block him. All right.
Who fills the
Bye.
spot? Pat McAfee.
Honestly, yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
I think it's a good idea.
I would love to see Pat McAfee debut. I mean, he's a great athlete. I hate to say it because he's a punter.
They don't think punch would be good.
You'd be
athletes.
surprised.
Lo and behold.
Who else?
Very
You can't.
surprised.
Apollo could debut on this.
Oh,
Oh,
it was
my
on
fault.
Raw.
Apollo cannot debut. My fault. I would say check the roster. Rick Boogs. It's not going to be Rick Boogs, Mr. Fretz.
Is Shinsuke already on?
Shinsuke has a match.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
he's a title holder.
Hold on, I'm looking at the SmackDown roster
I
because
feel like
I
half the
don't
people in
fucking know
SmackDown
who's on
roster were
it.
cut.
The Rock. Imagine this.
I
Bring
mean-
back The Rock.
Well, if that happens, I will record you losing your shit to The Rock.
I'm expecting Rock. I'm expecting Rock to come out at the end. So
Elias. This could be how to
Yeah,
bring back Elias.
No, no way.
Think about it.
Do you think so? What about someone from Hit Row?
Swerve?
ooh,
Swerve would be
Maybe
good. You're not
Swerve.
picking Aaliyah, Mr. Fretz. Mr. Fretz is the men's Survivor Series team.
Fuck you, Frets.
how
We
dare
don't care about Aaliyah
He
in this
does.
house.
Why did you like Aaliyah? Okay.
I have never liked it. I don't know. She just irks me.
Have you
I've
seen
never
her? Have you
liked her.
seen her acting? What's to like?
Apparently, the entire SmackDown roster loves her.
Rich Holland.
Oh, by the
on
way,
SmackDown?
Casey Catanzaro's single, by the way, speaking of the entire roster liking her.
What? I thought
Ricochet's
oh,
on to somebody
Ricochet.
else.
Who?
Some NXT ring announcer chick.
Someone who her finger is butthole.
I remember
Oh.
that.
Wait.
Oh, it could be
Do
Ali.
we think it does? Sheamus.
Huh? Sheamus would be
What
great.
about Sheamus?
Yeah, sure, it's a good choice.
Wait,
We'll find out
Walter's
on
getting
Friday,
a
I guess.
divorce?
Yeah. He
Well,
might
he's
move
also
to America.
dating Ginny.
Yeah, huh? Which I
Very
find
weird. Ginny's
weird.
very skinny. Nice lady. I've met
Yeah.
Ginny before, but just I don't know how does that work?
He's so tall.
I know. I remember you telling him that. Von Wagner. Stop it, Mr. Fretz.
Mhm.
Although Von Wagner did show up on SmackDown the other day as a bodyguard. Kyle O'Reilly pointed was like, "Oh, I saw you on SmackDown." Watch it. Oh, Will, this will probably piss you off. Watch it be Braun Breaker.
I was actually thinking that. That wouldn't really piss me off that much.
It wouldn't
What if
surprise
it's
me.
Walter? Walter would be amazing.
Like- Dude, Vince doesn't like Walter. Last time it happened, Walter was out in like 30
I
seconds
remember.
first. Right? Vince don't give a fuck about Walter. He's too flat.
Yeah, it's too flabby for Vince's liking.
You will watch me fucking crowd surf if fucking Walter shows up.
Imagine.
I cannot
K
do
Counts.
that.
It's not going to be Kofi.
No. You said you can or cannot imagine.
I can.
I can.
We'll all
lift you
lift you up. Be like, go, go.
I'll help you. I will put my Baron Burger down to help lift you up.
Oh, thanks,
I can't wait for
guys.
Barclays Center food. It's so good.
Me too.
Well, I'm just going to stuff my face up Ronnie's and then McMahon's.
I'm gonna eat a lot.
We're
of food
gonna-
on Sunday.
We're gonna eat so good on Sunday.
We'll
What
talk
time are
about
you
it on the
eating up
post show.
early?
Let's move on. We don't know who wins Raw or SmackDown. Who cares? It's a multi-man tag. Now for the women's the women's traditional Survivor Series, you have Queen Zelina, Carmella, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair representing Raw, representing SmackDown. You have the captain Sasha Banks, Shayna Baszler, Shotzi, Blackheart, Natalia, and the mystery person to be named because for unknown reasons, Sonya Deville kicked Aaliyah off the team.
Because she's smart. Can Sonya be on the team?
Here's my top three. It's either Sonya, Sonya, Naomi, or returning Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans gave birth like a month ago.
She's
It's not
ready.
Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans will be back at Rumble.
That's fine.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
No.
Hopefully. Give her. I mean, dude, she's still like has to take care of her
Yeah.
child. Like, what do you mean?
Or
Rats, I want it to be Naomi so bad. I don't think it's going to be because
Watch
they
it
don't
be-
give a
watch
fuck
it be
about her,
Nikki
and it's
Bella.
upsetting. Oh my god.
I think it's gonna be. Well, Sonya's an official. She represents both shows.
She can't pick us. Yeah.
Can't. I'm gonna go. Naomi's gonna wiggle her way in there.
Feel the glow one more time.
Are there any other women?
Talking about SmackDown, actually.
And then Naomi will get screwed in the actual.
Yeah, like Sonya Deville will come out.
Where's Tony?
Oh,
Tony.
or Tony.
Tony Storm.
Could be Tony time. Although Tony went up against. Tony had a promo against Charlotte on SmackDown.
Ooh.
But it could be Tony time. I would love it to be
that.
Tony time.
You got 2 faces and 2 heels, so it could literally be anybody.
What about what no one's talking about right now? What about Asuka?
Ooh, she came back. She's disappeared for a long time.
Could be a.
I think that women's division needs Asuka.
Oh yeah, would be something wild like a returning Kairi Sane out of like nowhere.
Where has she been?
She would be with her husband back in Japan. Yeah.
Oh, in Japan. Yeah, she wouldn't come back
I
to
don't
WWE.
know that. I don't know. Say that a lot about people.
I don't think she would come back.
I would be so happy if it was Kairi Sane that came back. I'm putting a lot of expectations on this.
My lid, but like they're not.
I would post our picture through in the hotel lobby and tag you on the Twitter account I don't have anymore. Excuse me, Kyrie, can I get a picture with you to make my friend really jealous? Of course! No, she said, of course! It's like she knew 4 words in English, and of course with 2 of them.
Oh my god.
Of course, the other 2 would fuck off.
Oh my god.
Super nice, her and Asuka.
It was her and Io.
Was it her and Io? Her and Io.
Yeah, it was definitely her and Io. What I'm interested to see is how Shotzi fares against Sasha this Friday on SmackDown, because they are having a face-off. Yeah, we'll see. But let's move on to the upper part.
SmackDown's
I do like
watchable,
SmackDown
luckily.
a lot.
I just forget about it.
When I say ooh, you say bro. We have the ooze, bro.
No. Are you kidding?
This match, honestly, I have no idea what to expect. Might be a bathroom break. I'm not sure. I'll see how I'm feeling at the day.
I don't even know where you put this. You put this in the middle.
No.
Because I don't think you start off with this.
You put it after one of the 5-on-5s. Come on, Kate.
Yeah, RK Bro's
a great act. Have you heard the new music yet?
Yes, I have.
No.
They mixed
It's
Randy's and his together. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard. I'm just ignoring it.
It's great. Usos win, but this match.
I think it's gonna be fun.
I'm very excited.
Yeah,
No,
I think of all the matches here that are gonna be like All-Star game, I think this is gonna be really fun.
Yeah, like it. Go ahead, Kay.
RK Bro, I forgot we're champions.
It's okay.
Classic.
I might not have even known.
Like, this is such a Survivor Series match, because when are these 4 ever going to be in a tag team match ever again?
Never.
Never. Like, this is what Survivor Series should be. It's like, oh, is this like, we're going to do this to a fancy draft and just put teams together for this, just put shit together just to see what happens. Like, this is a 2K match.
Yes, it is. This is totally a 2K match.
Yeah.
Like, your friend's like, oh, I know where I'll be. I'll be this guy. And I might as well have his twin brother. That makes sense. And your friend's just like, you know what? Randy Orton, I know him. And the other friend's just like, I don't know who this Riddle guy is. But like his eyes, pick him. He looks high as fuck, and I'm high as fuck. Pick him.
Exactly.
That's 2K.
Do you have breaking news that's relevant? That's not about Enzo Amore?
Punk came out for MJF.
Okay, so we'll wait. We're not going to wait. We're going to keep going as... God, Kay, close your mouth, Kay.
I'll watch.
I told you like a week ago that this was coming.
Yeah, we all saw it. We all knew it was inevitable. Inevitable.
Like
inevitable. Yeah, MJF beats.
That's fine. So also here's what we have right now. Probably
also a really
this
fun match.
On paper should be a fantastic match.
Oh my god, I'm so
I would love this to be the opener just because you have Rick Boogs. Hello, my name is Rick Boogs.
Yes,
So
that's a great opener.
I think Shinsuke versus Damian Priest opens the show. I think they set a pretty good bar for how the rest of the show is going to go.
Dude, this match is going to be just
a banger.
It's gonna be straight strong style, Japan style.
Oh yeah,
wrestling.
absolutely.
Like I don't know if Rick Boogs. I don't know if Shinsuke Damian Priest ever wrestled in Japan.
I don't believe so.
Martinez, but it's gonna be very physical, hard, and a lot of slams.
Yeah, hopefully you guys are
excited.
aware that Shinsuke's winning. Damian Priest is from New York City.
Damian Priest is winning.
Hometown curse. Shinsuke wins.
Yeah, but WWE has done Shinsuke.
That's why Shinsuke wins.
Years. All right.
No, I think they'll continue the shit. The fuck.
No, it's
beer
definitely Damian Priest will lose this match.
I'll bet a beer on it.
That's fine. I'm cool with that. Witness K. There you go.
If we can virtually shake.
I think it's I am the beer bet commissioner. Loser
You're the
has to buy the winner a
BBC.
beer. I am the BBC.
I'll go buy it for the women's matches. As long as the women's 5 or 6, I'll go buy it then.
I am the HBBC.
The head beer bet commission. But I am excited for Shinsuke Damian. I think this is another surprisingly good matchup.
Yeah,
I like
it's
it.
fun.
And we get to see Pat McAfee dance in person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Survivor Series is...
We have great seats, too.
Oh, yes.
I'm really
yeah,
excited.
you know why? Because we're in the back row of the section. So, like, we can stand up and...
Yes.
Yeah. And we're not obstructing anybody's view.
I don't even give a fuck if I do. I'm sitting where I want to stand. It's just easy to get
That
seat
too.
that way. Are we in the corner or the middle?
Corner-ish.
Corner-ish? I like corner-ish.
It's a good
I
sideline.
love the corner.
Yeah.
It's a good spot to be.
It's a very, very good sideline. So that's what we have for Survivor Series. I'm going to go... It's going to be entertaining. I'm going to give it 7.5. I still respect that it's a big 4, but I think it's going to be just not as good as it could have been because they haven't had to smash this together.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7.5 as well.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be there. So it's automatically going to be a lot better than it actually is because we're there. In my first WWE event.
Survivor Series, yeah.
Last Survivor
Maybe this is the time we should exchange
so-
pictures and I get my hat back.
I
had the
have the hat
pictures.
with me. Hat's in my car. I'll take the pictures.
So
I don't know if I put them, but I'll keep them.
That's what I'm excited about because I'm excited to
I'll
be
get-
around New York wrestling crowd. Like, I'm excited to probably run into Issa. I'm excited to...
I'm excited to see everybody. I know Rance and Disney's not
I
going to back.
believe Wade is showing up.
yeah,
I'm
Wade
excited to
is
see
in Brooklyn this
Balor
weekend.
Club guy.
Yeah. Hope
I
you
am
run
a
into
Balor
Disney.
Balor Club
is
guy,
in
so
Like, I'm excited
really
to see
excited
the
to see all
wrestling
of
crowd.
you.
Like, it's my first wrestling show in 2 years. Yeah.
oh, that's right. This is my first WWE show since
My first wrestling
Mania,
show in general.
I believe.
In 2 years, so I'm very excited to see what it is. I'm excited to walk into McMahon's again. Allison better be
McMahon's,
Ronnie's place in Chile. Yeah.
We're gonna.
We
eat
may have to
like
crawl
kings.
to the Barclays
Yeah.
Center.
yeah.
I might not eat all day Saturday, so I'm.
Well, I'm working in the morning of Survivor Series, and I'm gonna jump. I won't eat breakfast during shifts. I'm gonna
Yeah, I
jump
don't
on the
think I'm-
train and be hungry.
Dude, I am not excited getting home at like 1 o'clock
Yeah,
in the
it's
morning
gonna
and
be rough.
working the next day.
Oh, I got off the next day.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Let me see when I start though. When do I actually start working?
There is no way I could go to Survivor Series and like take a train home for an hour and a half and then
11.
work at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Would not happen.
It's gonna be, but it's. I feel like it's gonna be so worth it. So if you're around, I mean, I know those wrestling girls and jobber tears are doing something the day before, but if you guys are around in the wrestling community, we'd love to sit down and chat and talk to shit and just talk wrestling with you guys. 'Cause that's what we're here for this weekend. We're here to celebrate wrestling. That wrestling's back, and that we're back going to see wrestling shows as a unit.
If you bring a Sharpie, I will sign your tits. Only if you're a man.
You heard it here first, folks.
It's really cute little heart.
We're
Signing
titties, y'all.
baby. Signing titties. Oh man! All right, so that's what we're doing. Hey, why does the bot keep coming back? Damn it!
They're
I blocked it like
back.
7,000 times.
I mean, don't block them. Hey, the more comments, the more engagement we get, the higher goes up the
That's
algorithm.
sure. Yeah,
Let
talk
them
about
comment.
titties. I mean, they're just emojis, really. Yeah.
Who cares?
I don't.
Anywho, we want to cue that outro then. Let's do this.
Let's do this. What we got here? What we got here?
Not that one. That's not it.
Nah,
That is not it.
That's not it.
No, that's not
No,
it.
that's not it. Oh, I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer.
Fred said you can
No,
sign
I'll
his
play it
man
myself.
boobs. You know, we forgot to talk about War Games. We'll talk about it when War Games actually happens. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 273. It was surviving the series, but we're not going to do that anymore. We have been fully indoctrinated into the Church of Drip. I am your Drip Pastor King, Ricky Rose. You can find me at Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets. Kings of the Rings podcast at KOTR_podcast on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Like, share, subscribe. Leave us some 5-star reviews. Leave us some reviews if you're watching this on YouTube. Like it as well. Share it with everybody because you know that you love us. And listen to us each and every week if you want to listen to the audio version of this podcast by subscribing to Wrestle Addict Radio on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, just to name a few. And follow Wrestle Addict Radio's social media at addict_wrestle on Twitter and Wrestle Addict Radio on Facebook and Instagram. Links to all of our stuff are in the description below, including a link to some of these great beats by my boys over at Midnight Music. And if you go to their site right now, you might be able to get yourself some free fucking beats. So shout out to Midnight Music and all the great stuff that they do, like providing us with this great content. Will, are you ready for this weekend?
I know, but I will be. And that's the important thing. And if you want to find me this weekend, you know where to find all my shenanigans. But if you don't, shame on you.
Yeah.
Let me enlighten you. My name is Will Tarashuk. That is T as in Thomas, ARASHUK. The most
importantly.
Place, yeah, I mixed important place to find and made it infindant. The most infindant place to find me is in biggestpodcastsolutions.com. With all my other podcasts I do, including the Ambiguous Podcast Solution, Talk with Tarashuk, which is coming, as well as all the other shenanigans. If you want to be a guest on any of my podcasts, feel free to reach out to me at will@apspodcast.com. That's apspodcast.com. And we'll have a lot of fun, a lot of shenanigans, and who knows? Might end up working for me. Hey, Murphy, how you doing?
How you doing? The garbage men are finally here a day and a half later, which I find interesting. It's been weird in Queens lately. The trash just comes when you want now because
New York,
New York, baby.
New York, baby. I decorated for Christmas today because I started.
Yeah,
that's
seriously.
too early, Kay.
Let the turkey die first.
I
Jesus.
wanted.
You have to wait until next Saturday, then you can do it.
It's my first Christmas in this apartment. It's my first Christmas with Frank. I'm like feeling Christmas this year. Plus, honestly, I don't know how my time is going to be. So like, I would rather have it done now and not have to worry about it than not get to do it at all.
Fair.
Then you can find me and my Christmas decorations and me at Survivor Series this weekend and on across also social media platforms at BK Murphy, THEKA.
That's right, folks. And we are going to see you all this weekend at one of the original Big Fours because, to be honest with you, Money in the Bank has just become part of the big pay-per-view schedule since it's in a fucking stadium next year. But we're going to be at Survivor Series all around Brooklyn on Sunday afternoon and also Sunday night in the Barclays Center. So if you see us, give us a holler, share a drink with us, talk wrestling, and all that fun shit. We'll talk about how we liked or disliked the show or how we just liked all the food that we ate in Brooklyn that day. So until next week, folks, goodbye, good night. We'll see you guys on the post-show, so don't leave just yet, folks. And oh yeah, fuck you, Slack.
This post post show is going to be devoted to what am I ordering for dinner because I'm hungry now.
Oh, I ate
Yeah.
now.
All the days of my life.
I also I think the edibles are kicking in finally. So, yeah.
I've been looking at these Delta 8s. I've had these Delta 8s for weeks. I've just been looking at these. The last 3 I have left, I was thinking, when am I going to eat these? And I just never have an answer.
I just picked up edibles yesterday because my voice sounds, as you can hear, my voice sounds like shit. My singing is just not there. So I need a break from smoking weed.
Fair.
Because it's hurting my voice.
So wait, you didn't order food yet?
No.
I'll be back.
I was saving for the post show, but I don't know what to. I'm gonna get fast food, obviously, because it's late.
Ah.
I don't know what I want.
What'd you get last week? What, Popeyes?
Oh,
we had a big chicken conversation.
No, I got. And no, I think I did I did McDonald's. I can remember I got sick. I've done McDonald's and I've done Popeyes. The only thing I know I don't want is Taco Bell because I had tacos yesterday.
Oh, Wendy's?
And the day before. No, I don't want Wendy's.
What else
So my options are McDonald's, Burger King, which I love, Taco Bell, Wendy's, KFC, which I don't want, Chick-fil-A, but they use peanut oil and they hate gay people, so no. Popeyes.
Have you had
White
Chick-fil-A?
Castle.
Really?
Never. Well, they use peanut oil.
It's never
So
stopped me.
Yeah. I'm allergic to it. So
That's
it stopped
unfortunate.
me. Don't care. There's a Wingstop. There's Jollibee.
Wait, hold on, Mr. Fretz. A dark and stormy and a Moscow Mule are two different things, by the way. As I'm reading this conversation by you, Mr. Fretz.
I still order beverages at bars that are more interesting.
My go-to
water.
drink order at McMahon's is rosé, the wine. It's a long story.
Oh, I love rosé.
Okay, you weren't around for that story, but Will, you were. When we had Summer Rants years back, and we had it at McMahon's. So I got there, and that's when Dave had to pay the alcohol tax because he showed up late.
Oh.
I know.
Classic
so
Dave.
I show up. I was
never knew
I
what hit
was
him.
there early. And I was wearing my King Ricky Rosé shirt. I think I was wearing the emerald green one. And so the bartender, Allison, was like, "So I guess you want rosé?" And in my head, I was like, "Actually, no." But all right. But yeah, now you
mention it.
So then I did. And she just kept, and that was Allison. And she just kept replenishing my glass of rosé all night. I must have killed about 2 or 3 bottles by myself.
You drank a shit ton of rosé.
I didn't tell her, so I just kept refilling it up, and she charged me very minimal. I tipped her well.
Yeah, dude. The Black Bear, a bar in Hoboken. Every time me and my buddy McLeod go, they just forget to put drinks on our tab. And it's it's not a one-off. It's every time.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Great spot, dude. No, nothing's better.
Yeah. So when I did that, I remember because Philium, shout out to Philium, and everything. Yeah,
shout out to Phil.
He was like, "Wow,
hi, Phil.
Rick, I was like, I envy you. You can keep you're not even really that drunk. And you're holding everything together." I was like, "No, Phil, I'm drunk." I was like, "Phil, I'm drunk. You just don't know it yet." I know I'm hammered. Yeah,
I'm just holding it together
because I'm sitting down. The second I take a step, you will know that I am drunk. Oh, I miss Allison. That's the other half the reason I go back to McMahon's is to see if Allison's there.
That's when Ant made fun of me for 5 minutes wearing cargo shorts. And I was like, dude, I'm just jealous that you don't have that much pocket space. Cargo shorts, that's fine. You're just mad. You're just jealous you don't have that much pocket space.
Well, pants that fit me for the most part don't come with pocket space at
Which is a-
all. So why do you
Yes,
think I love fanny packs so
that's
much?
why you're jealous. It's
But
fine.
I wear mom jeans. Since I switched to mom jeans and like high waisted like stuff, like my pocket space is like tripled.
Yeah, but
Like,
I
I
have on the
can fit-
sides. I only wear cargo shorts, not cargo pants.
Cargo pants are weird.
I-
Cargo pants are kind of
You
weird.
might be a child.
I can fit my phone in my front and my back pockets, which is something I haven't been able to do in over a decade.
Yeah, but you know how convenient it is to have them on the side? You can keep the fronts full, like fronts
Yeah.
empty, more freeing.
I wore chip pants back in the day. I know the magic of a side pocket. But
Nothing's better than a thigh pocket, all right? A thigh pocket? That's what somebody should call them. The thigh pants.
thigh pants. Y'all, what should I eat?
What are your options?
Anything. But I'm gonna get fast food because it's like 9:30 and like
Get
I just want
BK.
something shit. That's BK is what I'm thinking. It's either BK or Popeyes.
BK.
Those are my two favorites.
Don't do
Mhm.
Get BK.
BK.
BK is elite.
I love
Get,
Burger
get,
King.
get the Chick King. It's delicious.
Is it?
Yeah, it's delicious. The spicy one's even better.
I know they just brought back like the matzo,
I kind of want.
not the mozzarella, it'd be like chicken parm chicken sandwich.
I want a burger. I think.
Yeah, do something like that. What food are you most looking forward to? It's my alright. So, Frets, if you're ever around, if you ever make your way to New York, Frets, and we have to do an event in Brooklyn, we're gonna go to this place called Chella Park Slope. It's in Park Slope in Brooklyn. It's like about a quarter mile, no, 3/4 of a mile to a mile walk from Barclays. And Kay can vouch for me because, well, you were not around because you were too tired from WrestleMania.
Yeah, I know. I was so mad I missed that day.
Um,
But me and Nate
Yeah.
got back at like 4 a.m.
yeah,
soaking
but
wet.
that food,
No, that's totally
that
valid.
food at my friend Ronnie's place, he owns the restaurant. Unbelievable.
Delicious.
Unbelievable.
I'm really looking forward to going back.
I'm
Honestly.
most excited for Ronnie's because I missed it last time.
And Ronnie's one of those guys who just likes to feed people. So if he knows you and he likes you,
Yeah. What number is this? 273 or 4?
great.
3. What's in my cart?
So Ronnie, if he knows you and he likes you, he just likes to feed people. So he will just shell shit out for you.
It's barbecue?
No,
Mexican.
Hispanic. I don't think Ronnie's Mexican.
Okay.
Hispanic
Yeah.
food. God, my favorite. My
Not only is Ronnie a good
favorite.
chef, he's also
Really?
a mixologist too. So he knows how to put
Ooh.
drinks and shit together.
Just-
And he loves.
So like, what's on the menu?
Fuck, I haven't been there since WrestleMania.
I'll Google it.
Oh, so
Here I am trying to
yeah,
make
Chella,
conversation.
Chela. Park Slope. So the last time I hit up Ronnie, out of nowhere, I was like, "Oh, hey Ronnie, I'm in town, blah 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 for Mania. I'm gonna come through with some people." He goes, "Dude, what the fuck?" Sends me pictures of him hanging out with the Godfather the night before.
It was wild.
Did he sign his pimp?
And I said, Ronnie, how the fuck do you know the Godfather? He's like, I know his manager, so he brought him over.
What's the
Chela,
restaurant called?
Chela.
I literally typed in Ronnie's. Chela, Brooklyn. There it is.
On like 5th Street or 5th Avenue in Park Slope.
Yep. Let me order it. Have it delivered Hoboken?
All right, I have ordered
What'd you
my
get?
Burger King Whopper
Nice.
meal.
Oh, this looks like I'm gonna have diarrhea.
It's so good, Will.
You're
But
gonna
let me
love it.
tell you, I am excited. I am so there he is, Ronnie. I can't pronounce his
Neither can
last
I.
name. I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna disrespect. I'm not gonna disrespect the man like that. I will say that if I'm interviewing guests, if I don't know how to pronounce their name, like I'll ask. Obviously, then I'll be like, "Listen, dude, I might just butcher your name anyway," because it goes in one ear out the other, even when I'm paying hot attention.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they have plantain
Yeah,
empanadas.
dude.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna eat like kings.
quesadillas, nachos. I have to tell Jazz about this place.
Oh, it's
because
in-house
we love-
guac too.
Yeah, she made me the Talking with Tarashik logo. She's like, I'm like, what's this gonna cost me? She's just like nachos and tacos. And I was like, all right, that's fine. So we went to Choritos in Hoboken, and goddamn, is it delicious!
Oh, I did not know this about Ryan at all. I'm reading his bio. He's from Ecuador. He graduated from the French Culinary Institute with a degree in hospitality and management. Holy fuck. Yeah.
Wow.
We'll be doing lunch or brunch.
I don't know.
A bloody
Yeah. I don't anticipate being in Brooklyn until like 2:00 the earliest. It depends on what happens.
I was gonna say, do you guys want to shoot for 2 or earlier? I mean,
yeah.
me and myself and Kavita are probably gonna be there a little bit earlier too.
I'm basically gonna wake up and
just go.
Get up and go. I'll probably wake up.
Pretty much.
I'll probably just wake up around 11 and catch the train and then the bus and the train. Which train do I take from Port Authority?
I'll go to Barclays.
Yeah.
Like almost every train
train
goes to Barclays.
Mm-hmm.
Barclays Center. That's true. It is very much a hub over there. Yeah, it's a 2-3 enter queue. That's what I thought.
If all goes well, I can just walk out the door at 12:30 when I get out, because I'm probably gonna be getting ready for the day, like on my break, and I'll just like literally be working, like dressed, ready to go. That way, I clock out and can jump on the train, and I would be there in about like an hour and a half, because Brooklyn and Queens is close and far at the same time.
Yeah, traveling around Queens with public transport can be a nightmare.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much just gonna take the train to Barclays.
That's fine. I mean, I'm taking the train and I'm not fucking driving.
And meet y'all.
Yeah, fuck that.
No, driving is a bad idea. I'm gonna be high in my fucking mind.
I might not even drink that much, honestly. I got like 2 beers at MetLife the other day. It's like I drank like 13 the night before.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm looking at all of his food that he's had. I don't think I've ever looked at the menu. He's just thrown shit out at us.
Oh, good. He's gonna bring us up food.
Like, I always forget if we actually ordered stuff. Like, hey,
if I don't need to order,
ordered
that's
shit,
cool
or did
with
he
me.
just give us food? I feel like it was half and half.
Both. I think I ordered like quesadillas
I
or
think
something.
I remember. And then he came out, he's like, try this. And I was like, what? He's like, just try it. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Whatever you want, Ryan.
Oh, good. They're picking up my order.
Nice.
They're picking up my order now. And it'll be here between 9:47 and 9:50. And the Burger King is 5 minutes away.
So Mr. Fretz asked, to pay attention to our chat, how would you guys book Survivor Series? Drop the brand warfare or just have elimination matches? Or put stakes on the line for brands?
Billy Gunn versus Darby Allin on AEW on Friday.
That's kind of funny. I'm thinking about this, Mr. Fretz. Okay. I'm more so like, your big four has to do 2 things. Because your big four are like your end caps to a season. So they have to end feuds and they have to start to begin other ones. But also with your big fours, there also has to be something that's unique, that's different from all the other pay-per-views that you put on. WrestleMania has it because WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, the Royal Rumble match, SummerSlam, WrestleMania 2.0, just hotter. But Survivor Series doesn't really have anything. Maybe it's like the winning team for the men's and women's. Whoever wins gets like the 30th pick in the Rumble. Or something, or that brand gets to have the person come from number 30 in the Rumble. Mm-hmm. I feel like that should be good because then it leads into something else.
Well, here's the problem. The brands mean literally this mean literally nothing for the rest of the year until like November.
Fair.
Other than that, the brands just don't do anything other than categorize where people are.
Yeah.
That's all they do. Like there's no such thing as brand supremacy. There's no such thing as like no one's like gung ho.
It's stupid.
It's not Red Sox Yankees.
Well, they've tried.
Yeah, but they failed because it doesn't matter. Like and the same people bounce back and forth between
sometimes
brands,
the
so it doesn't
builds
matter.
are good. Like the NXT build was brilliant. A couple of years ago when the Shield were all on Raw, that build was pretty brilliant. But even though Raw and SmackDown don't really matter, you know, especially cause it doesn't matter because they don't really interact with each other except for around this time. I still think you need stakes every year for at least that traditional 5-on-5.
Classic.
Yeah.
Whoever loses has to keep the third hour.
Or you can do different teams. It doesn't have to be Team Raw versus Team SmackDown because they did go away from the Raw versus SmackDown thing, where we did have different Team Austin, Team Bischoff, Team Authority, Team Cena.
Yeah.
Do that.
Like that's fine. Like if someone's feuding together, like you know, you can have Team Edge and Team Rollins.
That'd be great.
That would have been fun.
You know.
What is
Nothing.
Edge doing for Survivor Series?
Not there.
Styles isn't there
Like
either.
WWE has gotten very
Right.
lazy. That's what it is. It's their booking is very lazy.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Like they don't put effort in, like at all.
I think they also
You know.
fucked themselves over because they had they had Crown Jewel so close to this. And Crown Jewel was a good show.
Stupid on their part.
The problem was the
It
draft.
was a good.
And the draft too.
It was a combination
Because
of both.
it went
Like,
Crown Jewel
Crown Jewel was
draft
very
and then Survivor Series, right? Yeah, that is the issue.
Yes.
The draft fucks everything up.
Actually, it went draft, Crown Jewel. The draft came into effect in
Yeah,
Survivor
there it
Series,
is.
which was even dumber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to draft people drafted when it actually matters. No. But, it is what it is.
Although, luckily, WWE has this going for it. People see memes or gifs of Hangman Adam Page winning the title. People assume it's WWE.
Really?
I mean,
Why?
like people who
I
don't
was like,
know
the belt looks
wrestling.
nothing like a WWE belt.
Yeah, but like people who don't watch wrestling like on a daily basis or haven't watched it in like 15 years, they're just gonna assume it's.
That's the only thing they know
That's how-
about that
like,
still existed.
That's the only
Yeah,
thing. When they think wrestling, they oh my god, they automatically
Yeah.
think WWE.
That is what they have going for them. And WWE's social media is still strong as fuck.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing when I tell people I host a wrestling podcast. Like, oh, like WWF, and I'm like, yes, WWE now, but there's more than just WWE.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing.
What we didn't talk about on the show, which I'm surprised we didn't, is Jay Lethal finally doing something with his life.
Oh yeah. Hold on one second.
I so didn't care when
I was
he
like, oh
showed
wow,
up.
finally, Jay Lethal finally moved over.
No, I was like, man, have fun doing nothing in this company. You have no ties to anyone.
No. How quickly before he brings up Black Machismo?
Not quick enough. Should have debuted as Black Machismo. He should have came out dressed as Randy Savage with the music and then wooed a bunch.
Here's the thing: why wasn't Jay Lethal one of the first people they chose when they first started AEW? With ROH?
Contract,
Huh.
probably. And I can't imagine those contracts too hard
Well,
to break. But
with ROH pretty much folding for the first quarter of next year.
yeah, then you mean the first quarter of the forever.
I was like, wow, Jay Lethal. It just seems so delayed. But if he was under contract, that makes sense. You mean
Enjoy the
AEW
mid card,
Dark?
Jay Lethal. Enjoy losing to Jungle Boy.
Do you have your food, Kay?
Yes, I do. God bless the Astoria Burger King for coming so quickly.
So what was it, just a Whopper?
Yep. I got
Nice.
Whopper and fries and a Coke.
Nothing too bad.
I almost got a dessert, but I'm like, no. Late. But Jaylee goes on to now. Yeah, against
Oh, that's
Tammy.
right, because they had the match. For the TNT title.
Yeah. I'm hyped for Jaylee, though.
Should have happened sooner.
Mm-hmm.
But, Fred has a question. Would you unify the titles again and end the brands? I wouldn't.
Yeah. I'm over the
I wouldn't. There's too many people on the
split.
roster. They'd have to cut half the roster again. Yeah.
Well, they're already doing that anyway, so why not? At this point, just go all in.
Tony Nese is here again.
Ah, good old Tony.
He'll have fun on Dark.
He's been on Dark already. Now he's in the audience again, being disapproving.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd end the brands just yet.
Make him mean something.
I think at that point it would be easier for WWE to end the brands because they don't give a fuck.
But how do we make the brands mean something again?
They have to actually care and put effort into the writing.
I think what you have to do is you got to make them separate. You got to make them. That's my problem a lot of the time. Is that they don't seem like they're different shows. Like writing and style and even the way that you perform in the ring should be different on Raw and SmackDown.
The way it's shot,
Correct.
The way it looks, the way they wrestle. It's like what's the difference about Seth Rollins on SmackDown or Raw? Oh, the colors are red.
The stage
That's
has to be
literally it.
different. Like they should be traveling with different stages.
At least ECW was different.
And even when SmackDown first got onto Fox, their stage was completely different.
Yeah.
You know, their presentation was different. That's something that original NXT did really well, that they were different as that. Especially when they shot takeovers, if you notice, on a WWE pay-per-view, you see the crowd.
You know how cheap it is to do the exact same thing over? You know how much money they're saving by not doing that? By not having different sets and keeping everything, just shooting it different. Like, they're saving so much money just doing everything the exact same copy paste.
And that's not worth it.
At the end of the day, dude, that's all that really cares about. That dollar bill, which is fine, but your product sucks.
So, which is funny because they just kept Fox making new stuff for you. But like I was saying, with NXT, when NXT originally did takeovers, if you notice the way they shot the takeovers, what I thought was a glaring thing was like, in takeovers you don't really see the crowd. If you ever notice it, they're usually
that's true.
They're a lot darker.
Point of focus is on the ring,
which I loved about how they shot Takeover. I mean, when you needed to see the crowd, you saw the crowd, but you didn't see them often. And I love the what was it? I love when they did the championship matches. They had to highlight the both performers. Like everything was dark, and you had those spotlights.
I love that.
Spotlights were fantastic. Absolutely.
I just wish WWE cared about the details.
They only care about details a couple of times a year.
Yeah, and that's stupid.
Once when you make your most money.
Childish or anything. Yeah, but I feel like you'll make more money consistently all year if you have a product that's worth spending money on. Like, ticket sales would be better if your product was better. merch sales would go up if your merch was good.
But
It's fucking common
yeah,
sense.
but so do your expenses too. So are
Yeah,
you really making any money?
but
That's
it's
the problem.
worth it. I feel like, yeah, they have to spend more money, but they're cutting costs in the wrong places.
So, I mean, I remember talking about this years ago with WWE rep, and I was just like, I was like, how come you guys don't do pyro anymore? He's like, do you know how much it costs to do pyro? It was like the price of fireworks and stuff went up, so they had to stop.
That goddamn gunpowder market. In Biden's America, never.
Right.
I mean, I'm fine with no pyro because you get them at the big fours, you get them at WrestleMania, they go all out, it makes it special. That's fine with me.
I don't need pyro every day.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I missed when they did it on Raw. I was like, oh, it's really nice.
It's nice, but I don't need it all the time.
God, watch you guys eat makes me want to order food.
Should have get with it, dude.
Nah, that's a waste of money, man. It's too late to eat.
Well, in my defense, I bought this before we went on air. I just did.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
an hour and a half ago.
Until now.
I didn't really eat today, so I needed to eat.
Yeah. Anywho, speaking of eating and not to tease Will anymore, I think it's time for us to go. So, I'm going to talk to Ronnie probably tomorrow, see what the deal is with everything, and we'll work from there. All right, guys.
All right, dude. I'll text you
Is
when I wake
everything
up and
uploadable,
figure it
by
out.
the way?
All
right.
Let me do that right now.
All right, guys. We will see you all later. Bye.
Bye, y'all.